Hey everyone, checking out Banishers Ghosts of New Eden. This is a action RPG by Don't Nod.
Madam, sir, the ship lies at anchor off New Eden. A tender stands at your disposal.
I feel like Don't Nod's output has been kind of insane lately. They've been releasing a ton of stuff in the past little bit. This one seems like it's a bigger thing though. Previous ones maybe were smaller projects.
I dreamed of clouds. Great long fluffy bastards. Low over the sea.
I dreamed of the abyss, in the darkest reaches of the deepest ocean.
A good day to you, my love.
And a good day to you too.
Are we in New England?
Welcome to America.
Something's bothering you.
Charles's letter.
What of it?
The ghost must be uncommonly dangerous, or he would banish it himself.
And we shall charge him double.
I'm serious. If the Reverend needs help, this can be no easy business. Red, you best be ready.
I'll be careful, Master Duarte. Your apprentice stands ready to serve. Come on, Antea, we need to go. And I need to be.
Rory McWraith, gallant to the last.
Life to the living. Death to the dead.
Consider our lovers, Antea and Red, the greatest banishers I ever knew. Life to the living, we say, and death to the dead. It is not so simple. Since the dawn of humanity, the dead have lingered. Dead as alive, we are complex and emotional beings. Many and tangled are the ties that bind. Since the beginning of memory, banishers have fought to sever those ties. Death is but a trifle. It comes to us all. To haunt or be haunted. There lies the true horror.
Charles Davenport. Dead?
I, Charles Davenport, should know it. The haunting of New Eden scared me to death. I dearly wish I had not begged my friends to come and lift the curse.
We got some ghosty happenings here. New Eden, June 7th, 1695.
If this is June, I'd hate to see January. I'd wanted to freeze my backside off in the summertime. I'd have stayed in Scotland.
London wasn't much better.
Look at it. As cold as a bishop's arse. And twice as white. I don't mind saying it, I'm very disappointed.
Charles wasn't lying. New Eden is cold as death. You may well be disappointed.
We're coming here for something about Charles. And we're banishers.
You'd better be at the tavern. With a hot grog. Or two. think I weary of long, boring sea voyages to grim, faraway lands.
I can't remember the last time we did something else than work.
After this, we should set sail somewhere warm and safe. The dead don't linger.
No such place. But it's not a bad idea.
The Banishers are people that have something to do with the dead. Banish the dead. Just a guess. I didn't really read into the setting of this, but it's in the 1600s.
Have I mentioned how grim this place is?
I heard you the first time, but I don't disagree.
A wrecked beach. Seems like there was some kind of a town in the distance. Are we here to infiltrate? No one's here. It's very quiet. Ooh.
I think we can get through here.
Sure. Let's go traipsing through the rotten, falling down house.
Glad the rats left. For a second, it was turning kind of Plague Tale-ish.
Looks steady enough.
Let's go. Oh.
Watch out!
Ugh. Is it just me, or are we not welcome here?
Keep going. I'll find a way to meet up with you. Overeager apprentices.
Ghosts don't like us.
I can break my way through here.
Here? Oh. Alright. There hasn't been a single living thing here so far. I don't know if we're gonna get attacked suddenly or what. Animals? Humans? Something? Ooh. I spoke way too soon. That is a spectral ghost thing.
Pest.
Oh wow, okay. Is this normal? This is expected? It's target locking.
Down there.
Just a sneaky wanderer. You?
Same, but I managed. Are these spectres watching the road?
Maybe. But are they keeping people outside town? Or are they keeping them in?
Oh, I suppose that's our job to find out. This controls really smoothly so far. Very, very nice. Oh. Don't mind if I do. Crafting materials, maybe? Yeah, we're not the only ones here. There's boats here. Can we meet up again?
Ah, more wanderers.
You can handle it.
Behind you!
Oh, I guess that's part of our job description, being banishers.
As easy as falling off a box.
Just random dead people on the road there.
Can't tell how long these people are dead.
The original settlers, perhaps.
Whoever, this doesn't bode well.
Do you want me to look at them with you? Can I? No, I don't think I can. Well, if people are dead, somebody killed them. The spectral spirits? Or something more?
You do not belong.
Banishment. Attacking with your weapons fills the banish gauge. When the banish gauge is full, press E.
Time to leave for good.
Okay, my banish gauge is full. We just send them back to the Shadow Realm. Or something. Oh. Yeah, that's a lot of dead people around here. Wait, but the spectral spirits, are they the spirits that, like, they're the spirits of the people who died here? Or are they what killed the people? A note, damp and bloody. Perhaps these words will be lost in time, but I must write them. The date? I cannot say. I know it is the month of June in the year 1695. I thought we would be safer in Providence. I thought we would finally see the children again, and the golden wheat fields would ring with their laughter. Their mother now lies dead, and I shall join her soon. Something insidious walks the roads. Terrible spirits took us. New Eden is cursed. You who reads this now, I tell you, run. There's some ghostly happenings in this place.
These people left New Eden town just a few days ago. What exactly is going on here?
You mean they tried to leave? Unsuccessfully, as it looks like. Charged attack. Alpha Wanderer, huh? Oh, I think I was already doing that kind of attack. Ooh. They're kind of incorporeal. I don't... Yeah, it's... Have they taught me how to dodge properly yet?
Too slow.
Yeah, I do feel really fast here. It feels nice and responsive. These spirits. Does it have to do with Charles in any way?
That augurs badly for the case.
Situation's worse than you thought.
Let's wait to hear what Charles has to say.
But he's dead already, right?
Empty docks in a growing settlement. Never a good sign. Are the town selectmen sitting on their arses?
Isn't that what selectmen do?
Yeah, I kind of figured that one out already. Rats are still alive, so there must be some kind of food here. Maybe. Probably. But overall, we haven't met anyone normal yet. It's just dead people, spectral spirits. Boston, Fort Jericho, the Harrows Hamlet. You want to go that way?
Not the busiest stables I've ever seen. No ostler and no horses.
This town is less and less welcoming by the second.
It's just very empty for some reason. Do you want to look around over here a little bit, or do you want to... A letter. Susanna, it's been days since we ate. Each day the town empties further. Folk would sooner risk the cold than stay. The minister said help was on its way, but I do not know how much time we have left, or how much time before the next sickness takes us all. I shall entrust my neighbor with his letter, in the hope that it will reach you. If nothing changes, I'll try to cross the woods myself. I hear folk assemble bands, the better to safely brave the wilderness. May God help us, Sarah. Sickness. Some kind of a sickness here. I don't think the letter made it to its destination, though.
People are leaving. The town is emptying. Stay on your guard.
And it's 1695, so communication is pretty limited to stuff like letters.
People who fear pestilence or disease. Or both.
Oh, how very biblical.
Is that what's been happening? They're ruining their crops? Pestilence, disease. New Eden.
The welcoming committee.
Let's find the inn. Let's find Charles.
Is this open world, by the way? I wonder if we have a map. We don't have anything yet. The compass does give me that sort of impression.
It'll be good to see Charles and Esther again.
Would you a lecture on the sanctity of marriage?
Esther wouldn't dare. And we don't need a piece of paper to keep us together.
Aye, I remember you telling her.
Together but not married in the 1600s. Might be kind of going against the grain. There's a bunch of people inside. Can we not go in? This is an area of investigation. Maybe we go in another way. Couldn't really knock on the door there. Hello? Can I break down your door? Do you want me to break down your door? I see you. I see you there. You better let me in. Actually, why won't you let me in? I didn't see the pop-up properly. Hope it didn't say anything important. Maybe I just gotta look around a little bit. Hey. What? Okay. Oh, these are just random houses. We're trying to look for the inn in particular so we can find Charles. Oh, but everyone's going back in their homes. What the heck? Hey, hi. Hi.
You'll be the Banishers then? Come too late. I'm sorry, but if poor Minister Davenport mentioned your names, I have forgotten them.
Antea Duarte. This fellow here is Red McWraith.
Of course. I'm Lisbeth O'Hara. The minister said you'd have questions. Well?
What are you doing out here? Most people seem to stay indoors.
Since you ask, I came to town to buy a remedy from Mistress Fitcher. My sister has a sore leg. The salve eases her discomfort. We have a small farm some miles from here. And yes, the curse sits there too.
Could you point us to the tavern? We're expected.
The King's Arms. I'll not point it out to you as I disapprove of drinking. It's the large building next to the gallows.
Okay, thank you very much.
You may have your time back, with my thanks.
Well, thank the Lord for that.
We're too late, she says. Well, not everyone's against seeing us. That's good. No? The large building next to the gallows. There's a lot of large buildings here. If we walk around, eventually we'll bump into it. Eventually. Actually, we probably could use our compass, right? No? Oh. Just take some of their stuff, why not? They won't notice it being missing. Okay, that looks like a big building. Lit up. Town center.
There's the inn.
Yes. It's late at night. Maybe that's why there's not many people here. It's dangerous, so people stay indoors. Makes sense. And since no one is guarding their stuff, it's my duty to take all of it. That also makes sense. Hi, miss.
I must take a moment by myself. Excuse me.
Yeah, these are new people settling into a new place. It's like a new colony. Except they're all leaving already.
Charlie, we're here. Your prayers are answered. Pour us a drink.
Finally.
Banisher, please come in. As it is called, your serving woman may sit while we talk.
I'm the help.
She's the boss. You're not Charles.
My name is Antea Duarte. This is my partner, Red McWraith. Good day to you, sirs, madam. Now, where's Charles?
Minister Davenport said help was on its way. I
Keep
assumed...
digging, Fairfax. Good day. Pennington, captain of the train band. This here is Thick-Skinned Newsmith. We're the selectmen.
What's left of us? Why is Charles not here?
He gone.
We're sorry for your loss. We'll do what we can for his widow.
The Reverend is dead. When? How?
A terrible tragedy. Though our faith sustains us, we are still very much in shock.
Our shock at Reverend Davenport's killing is so great that we must sit here in comfort, losing precious time.
As governor of the colony of New Eden, it is my responsibility.
Look at us, sat here waiting to meet the same fate. We could all be miles away by now. You lot do what you want. I intend living.
The esteemed select woman can be brusque. Forgive her. And rest assured that her aptitudes far outweigh her manners. Or lack thereof.
Her point still stands, Fairfax. Sitting here, doing nothing, we're as lambs to the slaughter.
The Banishers are here. Surely with their expertise we may yet prevail.
Then I shall leave you and your expertise in ghosts and devils to find out. My expertise in blood and battle is of little use. Mistress Duarte, if I can be of service, yous may visit me at home. On the other side of the street, as it were.
Well, Governor, shall you leave or shall you stay?
For myself, I'll stay. Our company has suffered terribly. But we are worth saving. And now that you are here, save it we shall. Please, accept my sincerest condolences for the loss of your friend. We feel the loss of our minister so very keenly. Charles Davenport was a man of great knowledge and devotion. The pride, indeed, of New Eden. It discommodes me greatly to remember how we found his body in the cemetery. Indeed, it distresses me yet further to tell you that we do not know what so tragically cost him his life.
We don't even know what we're up against. That's kind of worrying.
What do you think happened?
I could guess, to little use. It is evident, however, that Charles's unexpected death is linked to his investigation of the curse. In the minister's absence, I try, in all humility, to protect us all, body and soul, from our ongoing peril. You see, in my youth, I too was something of a demonologist. Rather a good one, if I say so myself.
We're not demonologists, and neither was Charles. Is his widow Esther taking visitors?
The widow Davenport is at home and does not much venture out. Their house overlooks the dock. I offered Charles a home with a view across a pretty meadow, but he refused. He preferred the village life. Speak to her, if she'll see you. But she knows no more than we do about how her husband died.
So these are people, these are settlers coming to a new place, and they're settling here. But then something strange is happening, some ghostly stuff. And Charles sent help. He asked us to come investigate, and by the time we got here, he's already dead. And we don't even know why.
Why is town so empty?
Of those who did not die, we are the few who stayed. Though our motivations may differ, all who remain have shown extraordinary faith and courage in the face of our adversity.
We saw some people left already, and they died. They tried to leave.
Those who left, where did they go?
Boston, outlying settlements. Anywhere, everywhere. Although, as you may have heard, the weather has likely closed the roads. Some believe the path through the dark woods offers salvation. I do not. I believe we must stand our ground.
Kind of a hard spot for anyone to be in right now. If you try to leave, it's dangerous. If you stay, it's still dangerous. No safe places.
Will they return when the curse is lifted?
A curse.
I fervently hope so. They have homes here. But we sent the children away some time ago, and many could not live with their absence. If we do not resolve this situation quickly, the community of New Eden shall be broken. Perhaps forever.
Demonology.
You're a demonologist, you say?
I am that, like my father was before me. Faith and science are our twin compasses, you see, to a deeper understanding of the secrets of God's green and pleasant land, and those who threaten it.
And what have your compasses told you about the curse?
They have told me that Reverend Davenport was better placed than I to solve our problem. Which is why you're here. We agreed it. I shall stand for the company, I said, as the moral authority, the anchor, and the rock, as Charles and his Banishers lift the curse.
Perhaps we may come to you for advice.
Please do, madam, for I would be only too glad to give it.
Yep, don't write people's knowledge off yet.
What can you tell me about the curse?
I can tell you that it has been our misery for many long months now, and I can tell you that it worsens by the increment. First, there was pestilence and disease.
Burning crops.
Then came the nightmares. Then came madness. In the end came death, and death remains. But in all honesty, I think the weather is the worst part. This never-ending winter hangs heavy on us all. Worse yet, it traps us here.
If you're at the point where you're burning crops, you guys have got to figure this out soon. You're not gonna have food.
What did Charles know about it? What had he learned?
Tragically, I had not yet had the opportunity to discuss this investigation, and his passing now excludes the possibility. Our late friend Charles faced a Herculean task and acquitted himself with honor. You will have to do far better than that, I'm afraid.
Our contract stands.
If you'll have it, yes, our contract stands for Charles.
All right. For Charles. Thank you. We have what we need.
Then I wish you success. By my instruction, a room is prepared for you in the old schoolhouse. I'll be here if you need me.
I feel like we have very little to actually go off of, but I guess it's our job to figure out what's really happening here. I like how when we first walked in, that whole thing about how, oh, she's the boss, I'm just the lackey. Very reminiscent of Alan Wake 2, with Saga and Alex Casey in the very beginning. Hey, Red. Think we should get going soon.
Governor?
How may I be of service to you?
You can't, I'm just saying hi.
I'll go now.
I'll still be here if you need me.
Get some sleep, Governor. Looks like this is gonna be a marathon, not a one-day kind of thing. Piece of 8. Plus 20. Piece of 8. That's a lot of numbers. I don't know what that means. Some currency stuff. Alright, Red? Do you want to get going, or do you want to check out this place a little more? No, that's just a candle. Any documents here? Mm-mm. I suppose we're not planning on getting any sleep tonight yet. Inn owner's notice. As announced at the last town hall meeting, I hereby close the King's Arms Tavern, leaving the key to the selectmen. There shall be no ale sold nor drunk until the curse is lifted and I return. The storerooms are locked, and so are the bedrooms. God bless. Charity Cricket. Even the inn owner's gone. They just left it for the select people here, which are like the people who are taking care of the town, I suppose. The bosses. Compass. Direction, distance.
Damn it, Charles. Those accursed sea storms. If only we'd been here earlier.
I know. But as Charles would say, another day, another soul to save.
These people have no idea what they're up against.
Do we? That's the important part.
So, you're done listening to Fairfax's prattling? That man turns a pretty phrase, and does so to the exclusion of all else.
Tell me, Captain, what does your rank signify? Militia?
I maintain the train band. I also anticipate threat. Natives, brigands, the French and other monsters. The curse, though, that's a whole different kettle of shite. Not even poor Davenport saw that one coming.
If there is a curse, is there an implication that someone cast some sort of a hex on this town? I guess we don't know.
Any thoughts on the origins of the curse?
None useful. I'm a military man. I'm no dark artist.
I'll take that as a gentle jab. You don't believe in my work.
I can tell you're a woman of talent and capability. I respect that. The rest of it, that's your remit, not mine. Me? I'm the old guard. You and your Scots greenhorn, you're the hope. You'd best prevail.
They'll probably feel better about us once we have some results to show. They've been dealing with us for months already. We just came. We haven't done anything yet.
We'll be back.
I'll be here, unless I'm not.
And I'll be back, unless I'm not.
We should go to Esther.
I think the governor said their house stood above the docks.
Doomsday has come.
Great.
Sets the tone.
Hey, don't be so defeatist, man. This is your own town. Don't just graffiti your own town. Okay, we're getting further and further away.
Good day, sir.
You'll be Haskell's Banishers, I take it.
Antea Duarte. This is Red McWraith.
Hugh Bachelor. The governor had me prepare the schoolhouse for your comfort.
Oh, thank you.
It has fallen out of use. Will that be all?
Where are the children?
Several died of fever. We could see disaster coming. We thought we'd have to bury them all. We sent the children to safety. We sent them away.
That can't have been easy. It can't be easy now.
No. No, it is not.
Is there any possibility that someone in this town is responsible for this? Just a thought. I don't know yet.
What can you tell me about the curse?
New Eden is scrutinized by God. Better days lie ahead if his servants remain humble and true.
It's some religion. Red. Oh.
Do I detect a note of disapproval, Mr. Bachelor? I was hoping for a warmer welcome.
You're not Christian.
No. Not as such, no. I don't doubt your honesty, nor your will to fight the devil. But, as an honest man of great faith, I must remind you that what we need is prayer. What we always need is prayer.
Sure, you pray. I will do investigation.
Farewell, Mr. Bachelor. and you may wish us luck.
Good luck, then, to the both of you.
Hey, we don't know what the problem is, so let's not write anything off. If you want to pray, yeah, do pray. Help us out by doing that, and then we'll try to do other stuff too. Is this the schoolhouse you were talking about? Where exactly is the schoolhouse? Well, I gotta go talk to Esther for now. Closed borough. This part of town is closed by the governor's decree. Maybe trying to segregate where the disease is. Yeah, those crops aren't looking exactly great. Okay. I thought that Red and I were gonna be, like, we might be switching between them, but it looks like the focus might be more on the lady here. Esther Inn, Docks Cemetery. Docks. Her house was above the docks, or something of the sort. Probably around here. It's just going down.
Get out of my way.
Is that the curse speaking? Honestly, some of these people seem pretty unfriendly. I know the curse has been happening, but I'm here to help. Wouldn't hurt to be a little bit friendlier. Notice, warning, the docks are closed for sabotage by fire. All trade to Boston, Marblehead, Salem, etc. is cut until the saboteur is caught. Saboteur? Shouldn't we all be working together in a time of crisis? No? Evidently not. Okay, I think we're leaving. We should probably try to find Esther. Is Esther... Hold up. Nope. What about that lady who was in the inn earlier?
Antea. Red.
Ah, Charles's widow.
Come in. I've barely slept for fear you would not come. I'm at a loss. Would God even allow me to drag you into these dark times?
Esther, you're not alone now. We're here.
I'm so sorry we didn't get here on time. Truly.
I know. Charles kept saying it. Have faith. They will come. If only he had kept his faith himself.
What happened to him?
Poor Charles. Just one more victim of the curse of New Eden. You know how he is. Was. Restless. Impatient. It's not that he gave up on you, his friends, but that he could wait no more. I believe he tried to lift the curse. I too have questions, but I have no answers. Nor do I now have a husband.
How were things, before all this?
Before the curse? It was a busy and exciting time. Charles immersed himself in the community here. He had a hand in everything. The people came to rely on him. I'm sure they look to someone else now, but I can't imagine it's the same.
What can you tell me about the esteemed Governor Haskell?
Fairfax Haskell is well read and educated, but at times his back can be too stiff. He shares Charles's interest in the unknown, but his passion seems less than practical. He's an academic.
Still, good to know our patron has some understanding of our work. We met the captain, too, along with the huntress, Thickskin. Do you know them?
I find Thickskin Newsmith's manner a little frightening, but I think she has a good heart. A fine hunter by all accounts. Captain Pennington comes with a reputation for soldiering. He comports himself with a wry dignity, but I suspect that beneath it all, he's just sad. Charles thought so too. There are wounds beneath Saul Pennington's armor, he said, that time and God have not yet healed.
Is there anything we should know about?
Lord, deliver me, for I cannot endure this. I cannot endure it, and Charles does not deserve it.
Anything at all, Esther. Please.
I have felt Charles present about the house. His ghost lingers.
Oh.
He needs help.
If he's here, I promise I will know no rest until he has his.
You can count on us.
We'll start with the house.
Charles's papers are gathered in his office. Take what you need.
Thank you, Esther.
Esther portrait. The once joyful and educated good friend of Antea and Red is now a young widow who has lost her anchor and drifts unmoored on a sea of mourning. Oh, there's some investigation here. Intent not obtained. Are these like motivations of everyone we meet? After seeing her husband's ghost, grieving widow Esther was deeply distressed. That's a hint. Oh, this is gonna be... Is this like hardcore detective work? Interesting. Oh yeah, I guess there's sort of like a semi-open world component to this. Okay. Now I'm not sure if what she was saying just now about how, oh, I feel my husband's ghost still lingering around. Was that like a metaphor? Or is that how ghosts in this world work? Do they actually linger around?
We'll take a look around, if that's all right.
May I be of any help?
You stay put. We'll find the way.
Hints contain important information about the person it's linked to. Yes.
Where are you staying, my dears?
The schoolhouse.
The governor had a room prepared for us in the schoolhouse.
The schoolhouse? Wouldn't you rather stay here? You'd be more comfortable.
It's very kind, but we've a long day ahead of us. I don't want to bother you.
I don't have much. But promise me you'll come for dinner tomorrow. For old time's sake.
Of course.
She must be in distress. How long ago did Charles die? Well, he had in the beginning we saw he had a grave already. He had a tombstone. For quite a while. Sheet music, a new Scotch tune in G major by Henry Purcell.
Purcell? Could you find nothing better?
These days I lack the heart to play.
Can't believe you brought your pianoforte to New England.
It cost a fortune. But you cannot part a pianist from their beloved keys.
The arts. Letter from Eleanor Combs, November 1694. My dearest Charles, how delighted I was to read your words. It is always a pleasure to hear from you, and to know that yourself and your beloved Esther are doing well. I have contacted our brothers in London, but unfortunately, we cannot find anything in our archives that matches the description of the events you have experienced in New Eden. Be that as it may, pestilence and never-ending winters are phenomena perhaps too broad for us to pinpoint the exact cause. I can give you no better answer. Be it sorcery, the presence of an ichor, or something else entirely, we cannot say. All I can do is invite you to continue your research and to take note of all of your observations. Our Brotherhood of St. Paul's Stole has so little presence in the New World. Any new information shall be precious indeed. Please stay safe, my friend. Yours truly, Eleanor Combs. These are settlers from England. Not very familiar with this time period, but America is like... it's a new discovery. For now. Does this world generally have ghosty happenings? Yeah, there's other ghostly phenomena normally. It's kind of what it sounds like.
I didn't know Eleanor and Charles were still in touch.
The St. Paul Brotherhood is a tie that binds. Charles was so eager to continue his research here in New Eden. If only we had known what would befall us.
Have you received other visitors?
Most dare not leave their homes. Although Mr. Bachelor came to see me, that was nice of him.
If you stay in your homes, you'll be better? It'll be less dangerous? I suppose so.
This is Charles's. It's like he never left. There's more to learn here.
Traditionally, in all sorts of media, ghosts linger because something is left undone, right? Maybe if it's a murder, we haven't caught the murderer yet. Something like that. If it's a curse, we haven't lifted the curse yet. Letter from a neighbor. Esther, some food and ale for you. Sorry for your loss. Your neighbors hold you in their hearts. That's nice. Taking care of your neighbors.
Are you hungry, dear? You must be starving after such a long trip.
I thought we said we'd have dinner tomorrow.
It's no trouble.
Save your provisions, Esther. I'm all right, really.
Rory McGrath isn't hungry. Truly, doomsday is upon us.
Rory. Sound like an Irish name? Very difficult to pronounce, just looking at the words, the letters. Printed book. A study of H. Purcell's Chacony in G minor for strings by E. Davenport. She's very musical. Music essay, Sadness and Interval, or a study of the Aeolian scale by Heinrich Petrie. Is some of it... Oh no, I thought we took it. No, we just leave it here. You have a bunch of stuff laid out already. Bundle of letters from Charles, 5th day of January, 1685. That's 10 years ago. My beloved Esther, how I long to hold you in my arms. The announcement of our marriage was to my heart as a delicacy on my palate, a sweet of which one cannot tire. At last we shall be together, and together forever and ever, until the day many years from now, when we are old and at last death separates us. For only death can extinguish the love between us, and I am sure that not even death can undo the tenderness I feel for you. I want everything to be perfect for our marriage, and I will make it so. I will write to you every day, until that blessed moment, when I can finally shed the weight of letters and tell you in person, every day, how I feel about you. I am thinking of you. Your love forever, Charles. Oh, she was reading it all. She took it all out again to read all the letters he sent. 21st day of February, 1687. So Charles came here first, and then Esther came here later. My sweet Esther, I cannot tell you how much I long to get home. This work in the mystical Scottish Highlands is exciting. I can't argue with that. But I miss the sweetness of our home. However, I know that the last few months I have left from your loving arms will be of great benefit to me. Through this experience, I will increase my knowledge, and all this I do to protect you from those dark worlds that swirl around us. It is your love and trust that pushes me into these mysterious entrenchments, that pushes me to do my best. It is for you that I do this, for when I can see the pride in your eyes, then I know what role I play on this earth. I know that I can be stronger. I know that I can do anything. As long as you look at me with that spark, that is only yours. I'm thinking of you. Your love forever, Charles. Very romantic. But as I understand it, Charles has a study that we should be investigating. And a bedroom. 12 of August, 1694. My sweet Esther, I was down, and yet you were there to support me. You are an angel from heaven to help me in my dark mission. You are the light that guides me through the darkness of the invisible. And yet, I feel so sorry for bringing you to this tortured land. You know well that things are not as they should be in New Eden, and I am sorry to have you by my side, for I fear for your life. I wish we could have found a quiet corner of this land, there to raise our children, but I fear a curse. I think we should leave. Or perhaps you should go ahead while I defend our home. Think about it, for I cannot bear the thought of darkness taking you away from me. Your love forever, Charles. And he ended up dying instead.
How pleasant to see these old familiar things from your house in London. That porcelain saw many a dinner turned lecture with Charles.
I miss him so.
So do we, Esther.
We're old friends. I guess we must be from London, or England too.
Charles is still here and Esther is completely distraught.
She lost him, and now he's back, a ghastly figure. It must be unbearable.
Okay, that doesn't sound like a metaphor. That sounds like he actually is still here.
Faith always was his beacon in the darkness.
In people as much as in God. He's a good man.
Chess piece. A precious king from a chess set, protected by a glass dome.
That's from the set he taught me with. I'd know it anywhere.
Did he keep it to remind him of his favourite?
Or to remind him that he had yet to beat me.
These are cultured people. His wife is a pianist and he's into the arts.
I can still picture him crafting your very first Bane ring.
You sound much more fond of the moment now than you were back then. Bit green for an actual haunting, you said.
You were. Still, you did all right.
Haunting. Map of the New World. Or something. That looks important. Todd Für die Toten by Balthasar Hans Frenhofer. Occult book. It's an occult book. Researching the curse. Charles's notes. None on this side of the water and few on the other know that I came to New Eden as minister in order to pursue research into the New World on behalf of the Brotherhood of St. Paul's Stole. And what strangeness have I found? There are ghosts here, yes, old and innumerable, but they are quiet. I shall never say the word out loud, but I suspect there are to be witches, and if I find one, I shall very much like to ask her for her story. Theological book from Charles's personal collection. For Macarius. Theology? He's the Reverend. For Talatium Fidei. Another theological book.
Remember when he started to wear these to look wiser and older?
He was hiding his hair loss.
Yeah, that's like the wigs that judges wear. Scribbled Bible verses, Job 7, 13-15. 13. When I say, my bed shall comfort me, my couch shall ease my complaints. 14. Then thou scarest me with dreams, and terrifiest me through visions. 15. So that my soul chooseth strangling, and death rather than my life. She comes to me in dreams. This is scary.
Charles's notes mention Job, chapter 7, verses 13-15.
I'll look for that reference.
Red, you dropped something.
What do all these dreams have in common? Are they the promise of a doomsday? Or a nightmare coming? Visions? Foreshadowing? Is someone behind this? Who is the real target and what causes anger to burst forth? I need to know how it gets into our heads. Sleep no longer offers rest and this cannot perdure.
These notes are erratic ramblings. Charles was worried about the curse plaguing the settlers' dreams.
How malicious is this curse, tormenting people in their beds?
Very supernatural sounding then. We got a hint just now, but it looks the same as before. Anything change in particular? We just keep going for now? Okay.
When I first met Charles, he was reading his Bible.
I'm sorry. Yes, you should tell me more about... Whoops. His bedroom. Where do nightmares come from? I remember the teaching of my masters, may God bless their souls, against the threatening unknown when the common knowledge is not enough to understand a situation. The sagacious and pious men will wisely turn to the very roots of his art, the words, their meaning, and the power hidden in each of them. Nightmare has nothing to do with a nocturnal female horse, as in the French cauchemar or the German Nachtmare. Mare here comes from 12th century Middle Dutch and means ghost or demon. A nightmare is not a puny fiend sneaking into the bedrooms to suffocate the dreamers, but one of the rarest and most powerful spirit, defined by its only purpose, to spread its insidious and unforgiving wrath upon any living soul it may reach. According to my research, no occultist ever successfully banished a nightmare. But why? Could a nightmare be more than a ghost? I'm afraid so. I remember a disturbing poem I read in London in my younger years about the terrifying abilities of such entity. Supposedly able to penetrate the dreams of its targets, to influence their thoughts and perception and make them endure their worst fear. Able even to bend the distance or alter time, creating tantalizing and personalized nightmare its victims can't hope to escape from. Such a petrifying concept. I pray to God with all my heart and soul that this is not what has risen upon us. How would we then escape despair, death, and doom? I need more information. But where to find them? Nightmare? A spirit that's a nightmare? Charles's brooch, engraved with a distinctive three-hilted sword.
Charles always wore this brooch.
His things are untouched. Nothing's moved.
Generally, that's what happens if the person who owns them doesn't touch them. Children's Psalm. Lo, children are a heritage of the Lord, and the fruit of the womb is his reward. Psalm 1273. Crumpled paper. Doctor's note: 3 drops of lavender oil and chamomile infusion before sleep. Winter green to rub between palms and behind ears 3 times a day. If restlessness persists, use lemon balm. Having trouble sleeping? He said sleep no longer offers rest anymore.
Remember how they used to argue about books we hadn't read? Like we weren't there?
Oh, you actually listened. I'd always let my mind wander.
We were their students. Unsent letter to Esther's sister. My dearest sister, Charles is dead. I cannot tell right from left. I cannot tell which day it is, or how long ago my Charles departed. My world has come undone. Nothing happened as it was supposed to. I could not attend the burial. The shame of it. How I have failed my dear husband. I just could not find the strength to leave the house and walk to the place where Charles died, there to see him buried. Lord have mercy on us and guide our friends to us before it is too late. New Eden will not last much longer without my beloved husband to protect it. I do not have any words left in me, but I thought that you, who loved him so, should know of his passing. My love, Esther. It's been hard for her.
Esther couldn't attend Charles's burial.
Poor woman. That's terrible for her.
That is. Esther didn't bid her husband farewell and now suffers from it. Exhausted by her grief, Esther was unable to leave the house to attend. So that might be related to why he still lingers? Because maybe he's really sad to see her upset? Something like that? Yeah. Oh, I see. We have a thing for Charles too. Charles was worried about the spirit here.
Esther never got to say farewell to Charles.
I could have made him manifest.
Now that we know why he might be back, we should go investigate the cemetery where he was found.
Okay, that makes sense to me. Very curious what we'll find at the cemetery. She says he still lingers, but can we physically see that? I wonder. Esther, I guess we're not sleeping tonight.
Esther, I'm sorry to trouble you once more.
How may I help?
With all that's happened, how are you bearing up?
This all feels so unreal. Just one more nightmare from which I cannot wake.
It seems so now, but that will change. I promise.
Was there something I should have done differently? Did I fail him? Did I fail Charles?
None of this is your fault.
I do not want to believe he is gone. He cannot be gone. I do not permit him to be gone.
You're in pain, and that might have brought him back. Maybe he lingers because you suffer.
We'll do what we can to ease your pain. And we'll do what we can for Charles.
We haven't really talked about yet, but Antea, she has a gigantic scar on her. And that scar seems to extend to her hair too. There's a patch of white. Some ghostly happenings led to that.
Has the curse brought with it nightmares?
Yes. I've had nightmares. I suspect we all have. Charles warned that something was stalking our dreams, that it had a use for us, that we needed to fight it with all God's might. But now Charles is gone, and my nightmares have changed. In my sleep, I see my husband falling, screaming into the abyss. All hear him. None respond. He plummets on into the bottomless pit. Poor Charles.
Charles suspected a nightmare demon of some kind that terrifies people in their dreams. That could be a manifestation.
We must make our way to the cemetery.
Please be careful, dear Antea.
Let's see if we can learn more. Oh.
What will you do for my Charles?
If he's present, we'll find him. Then we'll ask him what he wants us to do.
Must I see him too?
First, let's find out what happened. After that, we'll see.
Best get started. Time may be against us.
We're kind of like spiritual or spirit investigators. Exorcists? Sort of.
You be alright?
I doubt it, but I'll do my work all the same. We came here to help Charles, and help Charles we shall. Ask around. See what people will tell you. I'll go to the cemetery and do the same. Be careful.
Aye. You too.
Open my map. Oh, it's semicolon. Sincere Paris's shop? Cemetery. No time like today to investigate, I suppose. We saw a sign for it earlier. We're getting further and further away from it. Am I headed the right way? Can I go there? Because it was kind of blocked off. Oh, it's open now.
Be warned. I need but cry out, and help shall come in an instant.
What are you saying?
Calm you, sir. Antea Duarte, Minister Davenport's banisher.
Oh, of course. I'm so sorry. Poor Reverend Davenport. His death has shaken us all. Welcome to New Eden. I'm afraid you find us at our worst.
We're banishers. There's nowhere else we'd rather be. And you are?
I, madam, am Squire Sincere Paris, travelling merchant, stuck in this cursed place and eager to be somewhere else.
You're leaving town?
As soon as possible. Did you arrive by sea? A ship lies at anchor in the bay. Perhaps the captain would take me and my wares to safety.
The crew refused to dock, and I suspect they'll leave on the next available tide. We rode ourselves ashore.
Might I ask where you abandoned this rowboat of yours?
Along the coast, by a path remarkable for its angry specters and bloody corpses. If you wish to make the sailing, I hope your wares can swim.
If you take our rowboat, how are we gonna leave?
Tell me about the curse, if you will.
I'll tell you this. Those who dare defy the curse are brave indeed, and, I fear, foolish.
Banishing is a job, sir. And to do it, I need detail. If you please.
A banisher must have charms. Trinkets, I mean, of protection. If you have a surplus, I'd happily relieve you of your burden.
What I need right now is information about the curse. What have you seen that might help me with my work?
I've seen famine, madness, the shadow of early death. Weather, too. So much weather. I mean, I've seen it all before, but never all at once. Here, it's everything, everywhere, and all at the same time. Folks stay indoors, waiting to be told what to do. Waiting to die, really. Ghosts in the making, all of them.
Seems mostly just like rain so far, but maybe they've seen more.
The nightmares. Do you get them too?
Of course I do. Not everyone will admit it, but we all have bad dreams.
Of what do you dream?
I dream someone watches me sleep. I sometimes fancy she's present when I'm awake. She never speaks, nor moves. She seems to wish me no harm.
Oh.
She just stands there, watching me, waiting, taking my measure.
Does she manifest at a particular hour?
If she does, I have no way of knowing it, unable as we are in this interminable grey to tell day from night. Well, there you are. Information on the curse, as per your request. I won't even charge you for it.
I'm trying to save you guys. You want to charge me for giving me information? Really?
Care to trade?
Most of my goods are already packed, but I never refuse a deal.
I don't know what to buy at the moment though, so this is meaningless to me. It's just materials of some kind. Okay, thanks.
I bid you good day, Squire Paris, and thank you for your time.
A pleasure, Mistress Duarte. Do be careful.
Yeah, let's see if we can figure out what's going on with this cemetery business. I'm just mainly curious if we can see Charles's... Oh!
A wisp. So close to town.
If something is wrong with the looping music, you hear that? It just abruptly stops. We've heard it a few times now. The cemetery is closed by order of the governor. But I can go in, can't I? Sorry for breaking it, but it's the only way we can get in.
Where are you leading me?
To ghosts, apparently. Ghosts need to be banished.
I could beat you in my sleep.
If they're not banished, then they linger around the place. Oh, there's blocking and parrying. Let's try it. That was a parry.
No one is safe here. Most of these people died fighting. Someone didn't want them here.
Am I really coming here on my own? You don't want Red here? Oh. Insight. As a banisher, you can feel places or objects that have been marked by ghosts. Your bane rings will glow. So try to find where it is.
I've seen more graves here than I've met settlers.
Right?
Many dead in more recent years.
Oh. Gotta follow the source of where the ring is the ring isn't glowing anymore. We've walked away from it. Hold up though. I probably want to get back to where the ring was. Oh! The ring glowing was.
Why didn't you wait for us, old friend? I swear I'll make it up to you.
The ring glowing was all the way back here. Where is it? The wisp?
A memory lingers here. I might be able to reveal it.
Ritual. Memories of the dead linger here. If you want to reveal them, you need resources. We need seashore candles, which we don't have. Can be found in the Harrows region or bought from merchants.
If I mix the stones I found earlier with seashore candle, that might do it.
Do I... Oh. I thought that was seashore candle. Do I have to go to the merchant earlier, maybe? Seashore candles. There we go. Now there's... Okay. People angry at me.
Call this a fight?
I don't know what that thing is. Ooh. Seems like maybe someone's trying to prevent me from learning more. This is the reason why the ring is glowing, I assume. We need to do a hearkening ritual. Yes.
In each stain hides a story.
Oh my gosh.
In the name of the Lord, I command you. Be gone from this place!
You do not command me, clergyman.
Who are you, ghost? Unveil yourself!
Well, since you ask so politely...
Who are you?
I am everything you've ever feared.
Be gone! You have no shell, no ties, no purpose.
No, but neither do you.
Whoa, she didn't even touch him. Oh, that's why that book is there. It's his Bible.
Damn it. That thing he faced. What was it?
Charles's Bible, half buried in the cemetery. It's open on the same verses that we read in his bedroom. This tie is doused with the essence of Charles's ghost. After a closure performed by Antea, the bond between the ghost and the world would be severed for good. Oh, so we can't really
The tie that
talk.
binds his ghost. With it, I can make him manifest. Back to his grave, then.
Wait, manifest? Like we bring this back, we have his intent now. He's buried here, we can make something happen. Hold up. Just want to see this. Facing the terrifying entity threatening New Eden, his heart gave out. Oh, he had a heart attack, maybe. He was trying to make something happen, but he didn't have the ability to really do too much. This one is the Make Manifest ritual.
Now is a good time for we old friends to talk. We've come too far, Red and I, not to see you one last time. Your pupil has become the master. If we fight, I'll beat you.
Oh! Wait, it's not going to be a friendly talk?
Come on, Charles. Join me now. I know you're here. I know you're here. You know me, Ghost. I only wish to talk. Esther worries.
Antea. Here. At last. Oh, poor Esther. I'm so sorry, my friend. So sorry for us all.
What happened? What's going on here?
Sad to say, dear friend. I made a mistake. And it cost me my life. Is Red with you? There is no time to waste.
What's the hurry?
Why did you not wait for our help?
The threat was rising. Despair growing. There were so many dead, Antea. So much sickened flesh. So many afflicted souls. There was no more time.
Yeah, but you didn't have the power to stop it.
Do you know how this curse began?
What prompted it, I do not know. Nor do I know when. Many months ago, certainly. But I do know this. This nightmare chose New Eden for a reason.
So, a ghost.
This one is different. Implacable. Very clever. Many magnitudes more ferocious than a spectre, and just as relentless.
Before you died, you investigated the curse. What did you learn?
That our enemy is deceptive and merciless. That we should not underestimate its power.
We?
I am dead, dearest Antea. But I am a Banisher yet. I may still teach you.
If I allow you, which I do not.
Antea, do not repeat my mistakes. If a nightmare curses New Eden, you need all the help you can get. Its presence felt strongest in the meeting house. Perhaps the light of God there forced it to fight its ground. I had the building closed. The worst of the malevolence is contained, but it won't stay locked up for long.
He was a reverend, but he was also a banisher. He's our teacher, the one who taught us everything.
I thought nightmares were a myth.
A nightmare is the rarest of ghosts. A powerful, insidious spirit, birthed by tragedy most dreadful.
How do I banish it?
There is meager wisdom in the texts. What little there is says it cannot be banished at all.
If it's a ghost, I can't banish it. You took notes, I suppose? Where might I find them?
They vanished. In the days before my death. Perhaps I mislaid them. Which is not like me. If you find them, read them carefully. Perhaps I missed something. Something important.
We'll banish it, Red and I. Our good friend's death shall not go unpunished.
Be warned. This nightmare is too angry to be persuaded. And too powerful to be destroyed.
Your death pains us greatly. Your return pains me too.
I know. For my part, I'm glad to have seen you one last time. To have had the chance to warn you.
How did this nightmare kill you?
I believed that I could come to the cemetery and make it manifest. To my initial delight, it worked. I now suspect it came by choice. It seemed amused, as if it were a pleasant game to weigh my measure as a man.
How does its malevolence manifest?
It poisons minds and sickens bodies. It draws specters to it and sours the weather. It delivers nightmares to one's sleep. For a time, screams tore through the night as folk awoke in terror. When it appeared to me, I did not see its true face. But I heard a woman. She was laughing. I felt her gaze. My heart froze. I died. The spirit is vengeance pure. The ghost of one who was terribly wronged.
I've heard your warning. You can go.
No, I must remain. Esther needs my protection. My flock needs me too.
You know how this works. You know I won't allow that.
I am still myself, Antea. With time, I'll grow stronger. I can help you.
The longer you haunt Esther, the hungrier you'll be. You know this.
This is different. I'm the Reverend Charles Davenport, your friend and mentor. You know me. You know I am a good man.
I knew you. You were a good man. Now you are a ghost, and I cannot let that stand. But I swear it, the nightmare will end, and Red and I shall do the ending. Charles Davenport was a good man and a fine mentor.
And you a fine student, though you took a hard line. I never could unpick that from your character. Has life tempered you since?
Life has tempered my steel. Death and the manner of it has made you the very thing you once opposed. Goodbye, Charles. Peace on your soul. Remembrance on your...
Antea, wait.
Oh, wait for what? We're Banishers. Death to the dead.
Let Esther choose for herself.
Whoa, choosing?
Oh, Lord, please don't ask me to do that.
Esther, my good wife, and the very best. I miss you so.
Oh, dear Lord, Charles, why are you here? Why have you come back? You must leave, please.
I must stay. I must protect you. The thing in the meeting house feeds on our torment. I should have known better. I know better now.
Antea, give Charlie the ascent he deserves.
Very curious about Esther's reaction here.
Charles Davenport, you have no reason to stay. Go. Let Esther grieve in peace.
Save her, my friends. And save yourselves. Save them all.
Well, it wasn't violent. I think that's probably for the best.
I'll walk Esther home.
I'll do it. The women can talk.
Then all the way to the schoolhouse and make the bed. Charles is at rest now. Antea, she gave him the care he needed.
Interesting. I thought Esther would miss him too much and be happy, be glad to see him again, but she pretty much immediately made the decision to make him go away. Yeah.
My Charles, where do you think he is now?
He's... I don't know.
I miss the warmth of his hands. His calm presence in our house. If I close my eyes, I can picture him. He's in a place where sunlight chases the snow away. It is warm and there is fresh milk. The sheets are cleaned and pressed and folded. Nothing can ever be the matter.
You're right. He's at peace, and you deserve to rest.
This world, there's a clear divide between humans, alive humans, versus spirits, dead spirits. And I think they've established that it's, this divide is absolute. There is an afterlife for people who die, they become spirits, but I don't think... It seems highly discouraged for humans and spirits to interact. You can see Esther immediately is telling Charles to, move on to his spirithood and whatnot, and even Antea here didn't entertain the thought of him staying any longer, despite being his friend.
I'm sorry. I'll miss him dearly. Tomorrow, we'll continue investigating the curse. Good night, Esther.
I am glad you are here. Both of you. We need you. Good night, my dear.
Okay. Alright, I think... Yeah, we've seen it took a little while to get going, but we have a core gameplay loop of some kind here. Fighting spirits, investigation, spiritual investigation, which involves looking around at places, but also actually talking to the ghosts around here. This is just a world where ghosts and spirits exist normally. It's just a thing. That's why there's people called Banishers. And we're here to figure out what's really going on in this colony. That woman in white is haunting this place for some reason. Because she's been wronged. That's what Charles suspects. Well, if we're colonists, does that mean that she might be like indigenous to here? And are we wronging her by colonizing this place? Perhaps. Perhaps. Something for us to try to discover, I suppose. Okay. So far, I think it took a little while to get going. This was about twice the length I had allotted for this first look. But yeah, I felt like it got to a good point here where we're actually wrapping up. Stuff like the ingredients and the stuff we've been picking up, haven't seen it do too much yet. I think the production quality seems pretty high so far, the voice acting and whatnot. But yeah, it was a little bit slow in the beginning. Like it was taking a while to really get to the core of what this is all about. Spiritual exorcism, lifting curses. Of all the recent games that Don't Nod has released, which includes stuff like Harmony and Jusant, this one probably closer to, say, Vampire, right? I think it looks promising. Although, I also don't feel like I'm like massively hooked by any one aspect so far, if I'm being honest. It's not like anything is bad, but it's just that not anything is super duper outstanding at the moment either. Feels like so far this has a lot of polish though. You can tell by the little things like UI and just generally how the character controls in the world and stuff, and it feels good. All of those things feel good. The one thing that was a little bit annoying playing on the keyboard was that whenever we were in a dialogue tree, talking to people, we couldn't use the arrow keys to go up and down. We could only use WASD, but then to choose a choice, I had to use Enter. So I had to constantly go back and forth on the keyboard between WASD and Enter, as opposed to just doing arrow keys and then Enter. But that's a pretty minor thing. Yeah, I don't think the story is anything I have any complaints about so far. A little bit curious to see where they're going with this. When we were talking to Charles, the ghosts, yeah, they felt so much like their human selves still. But I guess ghosts can turn bad and all that too. What did you think about this? Feel free to let me know in the comments below. With that said, this was Welonz with Banishers, Ghosts of New Eden. Thank you so much for joining me, and I hope you enjoyed watching as much as I enjoyed playing it, and I will see you all in another place in another time. Bye.